Yeah. All right. So, I'm a big fan of people who are, bold, brash, but also clever. I don't like bold, brash, and stupid. When stupid comes into the conversation, I am turned so the fuck off. And stupid for me may not be the same as stupid for you. You know, stupid is relative. So is smart, so is pretty, and so is ugly. So, talking about some good and bad and ugly here. I am talking about my drag mummy dear. I am talking about Sharon. I'm talking about the person that people say is a racist and a groomer, even though certain people really did dog chase her down. I'm not saying that I am defending all of these goofy decisions. What I'm saying is I've made a few goofy decisions of my own, and that it's okay to be a flawed person. See, Sharon is bold and brash and smart, and that's what I loved about Sharon and continue to love about Sharon. And another thing I love about Sharon is the willingness to break down language and throw it in people's faces. Hello, my drag name is Puzzini Grrr, and within the black community, you are not supposed to be a lady man. If you're a lady man, if you're a man who is not living up to the manliness of manhood, if you're not grabbing your balls and smacking people in the face with them, you're a pussy ass nigga. You're a pussy. These niggas pussy. It's a play on words. It's a play on slurs. And a whole lot of people are offended when they look at the latter half, but not at all when they look at the former. If we removed all the melanin from the picture, we'd still have our lovely, cozy misogyny, wouldn't we? I mean, I know this because I'm a black female. So, what I loved about Sharon was her saying, yeah, hail Satan, that she doesn't believe in. She is not a believer in God, so that means she does not believe in Satan. That means she's not afraid of making fun of these things that some people hold so dear and find to be so serious, but for her, it's the same as putting on Mickey Mouse ears and a swastika shirt. It's making a statement, a well-researched statement, because if you pay attention to the history in Walt Disney, he was cozy with people. This is something that Sharon constantly made fun of and spoke about. This isn't very serious. This isn't what women look like. The women, the important women in your life who've nurtured you, they don't look like this. But there's this crazy, stereotypical, exaggerated clown pop culture idea of a woman, and it's all over the place, and she loves playing with that. She loves playing with the dirt and the glamour, the dark, the light, the balance, and I'm very much that kind of person. When people tell me, don't acknowledge a thing that will make it go away, I don't believe that. And especially when it comes to something abusive, especially abusive things like slurs. So, the reclamation of things like bitch, the reclamation of things like faggot, the reclamation of things like nigga or nigger is all about people coping with something that will not go away. And I am not in denial of that. That's why we've been able to have great conversations about language, about slurs, about literature and art and the way things are used to manipulate people, about politics, about love, hate, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And that's why she is my drag mother. She's the person who told me, you're a drag queen. I'm like, really? All she could hear was this deep, rich, delicious voice. And the dress that I was wearing, that, where my boobies were kind of like, you couldn't see the cleavage in the dress that I was wearing. I could have very well been trans. I could have very well been anything because this open-minded bitch wasn't judging like that. Just thought that this was a man. She said, but how did you get to be so pussy? Which I thought was hilarious. She'll come out and say something disgusting about incest, rape, race, money, fame, sex, power, glamour, success, degradation, blood, shit, piss. She said this to you. She said, hi, how are you guys doing? I don't know how I made it up here, but I did. And I'm disgusting. I am amazing. I am everything. I'm every trash queen. It's all in me. I've got charisma. I've got uniqueness. I've got nerve, and I've got talent. I don't have a lot of money, but I have a lot of vision, and I read a lot. And I got a lot to say. And I picked up on that, and a lot of people did. And a lot of people to this day are inspired by the bish, to the point where it frustrates people who want to, pardon me, cancel her. I'm sorry. Rewind the tape. I'm turning on the TV, and some a reporter has a mic in the face of Bobcat Goldthwait going, "Who's your favorite to win RuPaul's Drag Race?" He's, "Oh, I think Sharon Needles." That hadn't happened before. You know, when she had her little fan merch that was the temporary tattoos, and people started really putting those tattoos on themselves, that hadn't happened before. She changed the game. She brought in that rabid fandom through being her flawed, nasty, messy self that she said she was. Now, y'all got some favorites who are freaking trash. You have some favorites who actually are racists. You have some favorites who actually hate women. Okay? Some of your faves out there. And you don't know it because they don't show it, because that's not going to get them paid. But I love the way Sharon has made it very plain that grown man is a fucked up, flawed human being in development, who has made mistakes and will continue to make more, who is traumatized, who is talented, who is beautiful, who is loving, and who does hateful things. Yeah. Like some of your family members, like some of your friends. She's a myriad of things. And I just like the way she doesn't hide any of that shit from me. I find that to be more refreshing than the facade. Everybody say love. And then I'm going to go behind the scenes and say, nothing you say matters until these cameras are rolling, kind of thing. Like, enjoy your Ru, right? Ru is a pioneer. Ru is an icon. Ru has done amazing work. But Ru had to sanitize the punk that Ru was in order to do this mainstream thing, okay? So while you're enjoying your mainstream drag, okay, just keep in mind that a mainstream artist has to sanitize their art in order to appease the mainstream and has to go with whatever the narrative of the day says is the good thing or the bad thing, okay? And be honest with yourself about the fact that you don't run around wearing your worst flaws on your chest either, or do you? So, all right. I don't like cults. I don't like echo chambers. I don't like being in a room full of freaking white people and being the black representative. I don't like being in a room full of black people and listening to their freaking homophobia jump out. I don't like being in a room full of queer people and listening to their misogyny jump out and see their black fishing all over the place. I don't like being in a room full of Americans who don't realize that, you know, Canada is also America and Brazil is also America and that Puerto Rico is also America, and I just don't like the dumb. It burns, okay? All right, so see you in hell, motherfuckers.